is up to the hour. To the hour.
A pleasant good afternoon and welcome to News Live on the Voice of Liberia 104.1 in Morovia and other frequencies in Margibi and Bone counties. News Live is a 30 minutes of news and program reports of major events and analysis about Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our own world. Today is July 1st, 2024. I am Mafina Kamara, anchoring this edition of news. In the headlines, university faculty and staff have unanimously voted to resume all academic activities on all institution campuses beginning today. Protests erupt at Miller McAllister Methodist as members chase at Bishop Quarried over same-sex marriage, and former President Joshua promises to run for president in 2029 if he is called upon, accuses President Parker of violating the labyrinth laws. With less than 7 months in opposition, former President George Weah promises to run for president in 2029 if he is called upon, accuses President Parker for violating the labyrinth laws. Former President Joshua says he will answer the call of his people if called upon to run for president in 2029. The former president and his CD seat were narrowly defeated by the United Party in 2023. Former President Weah said that given the current situation in the country, that's President Parker was not the change the Liberian people deserved. Former President Weah, who phoned in on one of the local radio stations in Morovia, disclosed that the Liberian people are enduring a lot just in over 4 months of the Parker's administration. According to him, laws have been broken, ranging from the 10 positions, which he thinks is a witch hunt orchestrated by President Joseph Boakai.
John Polity, it was a desire of the Liberian people.
Okay.
I've served Liberia my entire life, from a young age to my age today. Liberian people called me on board. I accepted their call. I came. I brought the investment. We moved on, and finally we got the leadership to build our country. The Liberian people still believe in me. And I said to them in my church, one day I could tell you that I'm running or I'm not running. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I could come out tomorrow and say I'm not running. But anytime the Liberian people need me, I will respond to their call. Because it's very important. Do you know how many times I went to elections and I'm not on the party ticket? I stay or remain committed to the cause of the people. But there's not a cause of the people, the struggle continue. There's the cause of the people for development. And that's why I hit to, and that's what I did. I am young, and I am the leader of the political party of the Congress for Democratic Change. When we go to our elections and they're looking for a leader, if I'm the leader on that ticket, I will be the candidate. Everybody said there, you want that change? Boakai was not a change. Boakai was never the change. Those few people that believe that all the years, almost 171 years, they left this country, they wanted to come back because of where they were, there was no greener pasture. They think that they can get in Liberia and last say they give for a change. There's never give for a change. Why they changing? To break the laws is why they changing? No. There will be a period and we'll check. But again, like I said to all citizens, and that's why you saw today, in the
Several residents in Monrovia, homeless after heavy downpour of rain, seek urgent government and humanitarian aid. Residents of several neighborhoods in Monrovia are urgently appealing to the government and humanitarian organizations for assistance after heavy rainfall left them homeless. Recent downpours suddenly filled homes in Jakarta and its environs, prompting desperate cries for government intervention. The victims reported extensive damage to property and belongings, emphasizing this year's unprecedented severity compared to last year when homes remained unaffected by rainfall.
I need my dress, everything. No everything is damaged. I don't get nowhere to sleep, Papa. Nothing. That means only people post that the water go down, man. I just stand for them to help you. But one for them to help you. In the water, in the
Right now, we have our houses is filled with water. We even have sleeping place. Yes, all this place is filled with water. Now we clean on shore to sleep on it. All in our house now, the water is filled. It been happening, but not this year. This year part is different. Last year, when the rainy season is going to an end again, but this year is very soon. We don't know what they call. We don't know but our thing in house is damaged. The water spotted. We don't even have place to sleep. We thinking where to sleep tonight. We need sleeping place. We need food right now. God, we don't even this morning. We have not eaten.
And a table, come back in the community to disturb other people. The issue here of water coming here on the side. Our friends not experiencing they all tell water can come back, get into the hall. Yeah, so the government need to come to our aid. The people that pay on the water line, on the water bank, will stop the all air. So it will be too much in the country. Yeah, 2 years from now, it won't be small thing. Come again. Yeah. But government saying they will relocate.
We don't have sleeping place right now. So now all we are feeding to them.
Following President Joseph Boakar's prompt intervention into the UL saga, the university faculty and staff have unanimously voted to resume all academic activities on all institution campuses beginning today. OFASA decided on a resolution over the weekend in an emergency meeting assembly held in the auditorium of the University of Liberia Capitol Hill campus. The faculty and staff recently disengaged from all learning activities from the UL campuses until Dr. Julius Saulo Nelson and his cabinet can leave their respective positions and ensure all other demands are fully met without precondition. Giving an overview of the consultation meetings held with President Boakar, OFAT President Dr. Ekna Johnny disclosed that the Liberian leader has consented to addressing their plaques effective immediately and has since instructed the Board of Trustees to act accordingly. In consonance with the demands, Dr. Johnny said the President, who is the visitor to the State University, has ordered a forensic financial and credential audit in 3 months after he relieved Dr. Nelson of his position.
And so when we have the other meeting again, there was also, let me just tell you a side issue that came up. Because while we were doing this fight, we had the representative from the alumni, who is also on the board. But then maybe some of you people, I saw the back and forth posture that was there, and he decided to be very sarcastic on offer, saying, disorganized people, arrogant people, all kinds of stuff he said on his Facebook page. But then, so when they called us to a meeting, I was emphatic and told the board chair that, you know what, we cannot be here seated on this table with someone who has become a party to this conflict. So we're not going to have a meeting with him sitting here. And Mr. Penny, Martin Penny, was called out of the meeting. He did not sit in that meeting. So that was another question. So whilst we sat there, we discussed. We know a lot has happened. And we all say we want the best for the sitting president. We want changes. And so you were given this sheet That is the mandate given to the board of trustees and the management team. They have a lot of serving tasks to complete. Their mandate has already started. It's ending on when? September what? September 23rd. September 23rd, their 3 months mandate is going to come to an end. So they are up and running with it. So when we have this last meeting just a few days ago, we were also to ensure, because there were some issues we needed to tackle that we had the disengagement for in the first place. We have the issue of our part-time faculty. We needed their salary. We needed their payment to start.
Also speaking, the Secretary General of the UL Faculty Association, Eric Parton, noted that the visitor has mandated the interim president to settle the issues of salary disparities and the payment of part-time lecturers. Mr. Parton indicated that the only demand that is tabled for now is the promotion of staff and faculty members until the new president of the University of Liberia is duly seated. Here is members of office are making a motion to re-engage.
Having examined the count included in this mandate of the president's office to the interim leadership, and also having realized that we now have the sense to be directly with the office of the president with our issues, I move that all officers will return to classes beginning Monday as a means of restoring academic activities as well as administrative activities of the campuses of the University of Liberia, with the hope and aspiration that all of our plans are enlisted will be dealt with accordingly if I can see the second.
Aggrieved Mailer Mark Alistair United Methodist Church members incapacitated Nima County chased out Bishop Samuel Corey. The aggrieved members protested against the United Methodist Church global decision to allow same-sex marriage. The global church new stands at turns a decades-long ban on same-sex marriage. This decision has angered some church members. Despite the global decision, Bishop Corey clarified that the United Methodist Church in Liberia does not endorse same-sex marriage. He said the church remains committed to biblical principles.
Of the church to all United Methodists in Liberia and our Liberian public. The United Methodist Church is not a gay church. Repeat, the United Methodist Church is not a gay church. It is a strong church of God, administering to sinners who are in need of the saving knowledge and grace of God. It is a worldwide denomination that is making a significant impact on our world. Yes, there are differences of opinion and conviction across our denomination, but the mission remains the same because God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. John 3:16, RSV. Be a United Methodist. Love the United Methodist Church and stay a United Methodist. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
If you are just joining us, be reminded that you are listening to News Live on the Voice of Liberia 104.1 in Morovia and other frequencies in Margibi and Bon counties. Top stories we are following. University faculty and staff have unanimously voted to resume all academic activities on all institution campuses beginning today. Protest erupts at Mailer McAllister Methodist as members chase at Bishop Quarried over same-sex marriage, and Vermont President George Weah promises to run for president in 2029 if he is called upon, accuses President Joseph Boakai of violating the labyrinth laws. Still in the news, Liberian foreign Minister Sarah Beslo-Yanti has assured the country's international partners and the business community about the efforts made by President Joseph Boakai and his administration to attract investors. According to Minister Yanti, President Joseph Boakai is concerned about creating an enabling environment for investors who desire to invest in Liberia on a legal basis, while at the same time assuring business owners and investors about the government's fullest protection. Speaking when she appeared as a guest on Voice of America, Minister Yanti disclosed that the government of Liberia is anticipating hosting a conference for Liberians living in the diaspora this October in Washington, D.C. to have them part of the building process of the economy and the nation at large.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs leading with the Ministry of State that has a diaspora unit, also with Ministry of Commerce, the National Investment Commission, Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism, all of us together working on how we engage the diaspora to be part of this journey on our transformation. We will be having a diaspora conference this year, October 4 to 6 in DC, here in DC, but it will be an all of Liberia diaspora conference where it will be hybrid. Be connecting around the world with Liberians who are interested in understanding the national development plan process, how they can tap into that. We have a lot of organizations, Liberian organizations around the world, organizations linked to different counties and ethnic groups and so forth, and making sure that all of them find space. Be part of Liberia's development. This is an agenda that's important for the president, and I'm proud that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is leading on this. Look forward to hearing more about this from us. We're coming out with some schemes and some plans to encourage Liberians to invest at home, but also to encourage others to invest in Liberia as well. So this is one that excites me. I'm lit up about it because Liberia is where we all belong. Even if we don't physically live there, Liberians love Liberia, and
President Joseph Boakai has assured the United States and his government will not do business as usual where state resources will end up in individual pockets. Speaking on the heels of the 248th anniversary of the founding of the United States, President Boakai assured that his administration will lead by example, highlighting transparency and accountability as the hallmarks of his administration. The United States and Liberia established diplomatic relations in 1964, and since then, the two countries have been engaged in a win-win partnership. Speaking during a dinner organized by the United States Embassy near Monroeville on Thursday, President Boakai described it as a blessing to the long-standing relations between Liberia and the United States. He appreciated the United States for always being there with Liberia during their difficult period.
We take this occasion to again reiterate our commitment to further deepening and strengthening our relationship. From day one of the ushering in of my administration, I came to view the moment as a golden opportunity for the opening of a new and clean chapter in our relationship. My expectation is that this relationship should be a period of honesty, respect, transparency, equity, probity for all of us. This will be a time that the fruits of our partnership go to directly and positively impact the conditions of our people and elevate the image of our country. This is the hope, dream, and prayer of our nation. We have more than forcefully sounded our determination to ensure that we do not indulge in business as usual. We pledge to lead by example and to ensure that the use of the products of our partnership bring relief and satisfaction to all who have invested in it. I therefore once more proclaim that our arms are wide open to embrace this new era of productive, mutually beneficial relationship with you, our traditional ally. We join you as you savor your moment of clocking 248 years of existence as a viable
exemplary republic. It is hence with great honor and humility that I, on behalf of the people of the Republic of Liberia, extend to you, Excellency Madame Charge Catherine Rodriguez, and the great people of the United States of America, the sincerest of our good wishes for success in all of your endeavors.
Meanwhile, the charge effects at the United States Embassy catching which regards said relations between the United States and Liberia have come a long way, stressing that the U.S. is keyed on ensuring that the culture of impunity is addressed in Liberia.
Our history with Liberia is indelibly linked. Liberia shares a deep cultural and historical tie with the United States. Like any country, it also has its own struggles, including coming to grips with its own civil wars through the establishment of the War Crimes Court to address the wrongs of the past. Liberia has just undergone a free and fair election and a peaceful transfer of power. This is a testament to Liberia's commitment to democracy by its people, political parties, and the hard work of the National Elections Commission, international observers, and the Joint Security Team. It set the example for other countries to follow. Liberia is moving forward to try to address corruption, institute accountability, improve education, and foster economic development. This quest requires the full participation of its citizens to work together. And we, as a strategic partner for Liberia, in its effort to form its own perfect union for all its people. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Liberian hosts for their warm hospitality and friendship. To my fellow Americans, may this 4th of July fill you with pride in our great nation and renewed sense of purpose in our mission to support peace and democracy.
Nima County District Number 7 Representative Musa Hansambeliti has said that there have been plans by some senators to destabilize the House of Representatives. According to Representative Beliti, those senators feel that they can destabilize the House of Representatives but promise to unveil their alleged plots, appearing as a guest on one of the local radio stations. Moreover, the demand lawmakers sent a strong caveat to all those senators involved to stop or face huge resistance from the House of Representatives. Though Representative Beliti did not call names of any senator, but said there have remained plans to remove the Speaker of the House of Representatives, something which he said would not be good for the country.
You see, there are few people and very few in the Senate that I believe want to destabilize the House. Right? But there are people on that wing that want to destabilize the House, but they're not able. We can destabilize them in the name of keeping this country safe. The House, the legislature is a reflection of the decision that Liberian people made, just as the presidency is. Level-headed, level-headed individuals came up with leadership, and I think they are satisfied with that leadership. They should leave us alone, we'll leave us alone, we'll leave them alone. If they attempt to continue, at this point in time, we have crossed our line. We've drawn our battle line. As far as I'm concerned, all the issues that we had between everybody has been resolved. Any attempt going forward to destabilize the House of Representatives, it will have implication on the executive and on the Senate. I'm telling you that. They know themselves. He would have kept faith and then wear it. We came here to build the country. In the House of Representatives, the Speaker, I didn't vote for him. Since he got over there, there's nothing that has come from the executive mansion that he has not done everything to coerce them to say, Liberia first, let's cooperate with the president, and let's move the country forward. You can't reciprocate that with sending your minions and throwing jab at us and destabilizing us. It is wrong. And we will not accept it again. And any other attempt, there will be noise all over the place. Everybody will go find there will not fire breaking machine to cut. Oh, there have been attempts. I must say that. It was thwarted, but there have been attempts.
Moserado County Senator Sir Joseph has cautioned the whereabouts of US $1 million that was allocated on the budget of the National Fires and Rescue Service. According to Senator Sir Joseph, US $3 million was allocated in the budget for the National Fire and Rescue Service, but disclosing that the amount has been reduced to US $2 million. The Moserado County Senator wonders where the US $1 million will go, stressing that the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning does not have the authority to change any figure from the budget, saying they should explain where the US $1 million went, phoning in on local radio station in Morovia. Senator Sir Joseph said the money was placed in the budget as part of efforts to boost the workings of the National Fire and Rescue Service of the country.
You may be aware, we raised issues the last time related to fire issues in the country in support to the fire service. And fortunately, the people of the various senators and the representatives listened to our plea to them, and $3 million were placed on the budget. In that $3 million, the budget came at the House of Representatives from the House. It went to the Senate. The Senate did concur as well with the House, and it was rare. I have in my possession the recording of the chairman, which is Senator Prince Mori of Bon County, and also knowing the fact I'm also a member of the committee. Well passed in the national budget for the issues I raised were one, the Liberia Fire Service, there was $3 million given to them to procure fire trucks and be able to supply them in the county and other counties in Liberia. Unfortunately, $1 million of that money was removed from the budget after the passage by the both. As far as they're concerned, what they hear during the passage of the budget, the debate, the presentation by the chairman is that $3 million, additional $3 million were appropriated for the Liberia National Fire Service in making sure that they be able to procure those trucks and work in the fire station, renovate the places.
But in response to the Moserado County Senator accession, Bon County Senator Prince Moe clarified that he said US $1 million was allocated to the budgets of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency and the Armed Forces of Liberia. He, however, said that senators will begin receiving the hard copies of the 2024 national budget today.
Listen to Honorable Joseph making comment to the money that's been the additional funding that was sent as a result of the action of the legislature to the airport and that of fire service. Be clear and be exact. The amount that went to the RIA was first proposed $7 million. Well, we noticed that the EFL needed to be capturing the additional funding that was identified as a result of the budget hearing. $1 million of that money was removed and sent to address the issue of the EFL. Similar thing was done to the fire service capacity building funding that the legislature appropriated. Initially, we have agreed on $3 million, but again, we needed to prioritize the EFL. We needed to prioritize the LDE. So that's how the initial legislative action in terms of amending what came in the draft for the LDE was considered to be $1 billion. but then we have to take from fire service and that of RIA to address the issue of the EFL and that of the LDA to amend the 1 million that was initially a priority for the president. And let me be, it was done before the budget was finally passed. We don't take decision after the budget is passed. No. It has never happened. Apparently that was.
On that note, this is how we come to the end of News Live on the Voice of Liberia 104.1 in Morovia and other frequencies in Margibi and Bond counties. But before we take leave of you, let's bring you the recap of our major headlines. University faculty and staff have unanimously voted to resume all academic activities on the institution campuses beginning today. Protest erupts at Maylord Alistair, mentalist as memo chase at Bishop Corrit over same-sex marriage, and former President George Weah promises to run for president in 2029 if he is called upon, accuses President Joseph Boakai of violating the Liberian laws. For more news, you can log on to www.voiceofliberiaradio.com or follow us on Facebook with keywords Voice of Liberia. I've been Mafida Kamara. Good afternoon.